Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to your various coverage of various games from within the International 2, all of which are going to feature at least one Asian team, because again, casting Asian teams simply for the experience, because I'm not familiar with their playstyle, not 100% familiar with their playstyle at least. And today we are jumping into the loser bracket quarter-final between CLG, Canalogic Gaming, the team from the Europeans, and they will be fighting it out against the Malaysians on the dire side, Orange Esports. Over on the team of CLG, we have Captain Pycat following it up with Aki, Miracle, Misery, and Lacoste. And over on the side of Orange Esports, we have X sitting in the captain's chair, Mushi, Yamata, Ice, and Winter. Jumping straight into the draft, we see Lycan and Darkseer rapidly removed out by the team of Orange Esports. CLG responding to that with Lanaya and following it up with Furion. Very standard bans thus far, especially Lanaya. The Asians absolutely love their Lanaya and they play pretty fantastically. And the simple fact of the matter is you really don't want to play up against a good Lanaya in mid because it's horrible. It is horrible unless you carry someone with you who has a damage over time, and even then it's still annoying. That refraction makes harassment easy for her, difficult for you. CLG, they take out Nagasar, and once again we're continuing with the theme of standard bans, and all of the powerhouses that typically get banned at the start of the games have been taken out thus far. There are still some powerful heroes remaining. Chen comes up, Leshrac comes up. I think those are the only two off the very top of my head. Possibly Broodmother, but she hasn't been seeing much action from within the International 2 thus far. Typically not getting picked or banned all that much at all, actually. Just thinking, are there any... Oh, Rubik taken out by the team of Orange Esports. CLG have themselves first pick and they immediately secure up Invoker. Going to be being played by Pycat without a shadow of a doubt over in the middle lane. Orange Esports, 2 picks available for them. How will they proceed from here on out? We could go for... Well, there's a lot of options available. We could go for lots of push, maybe a 4 protect 1 strategy where we just let one member of Orange Esports farm. Or maybe... Well, again, the options are available. We might want something with great initiation, great solid team fight, something that's stronger in the early game, something that's stronger in the later stages of the game. X will no doubt be thinking long and hard about his options that are available for him today.
5 seconds remaining.
Of course, winning this game is oh so important. The winner will secure themselves a guaranteed $25,000. Not only that, but they will still be in the running for that $1 million top prize. And if you lose, you're out. This is a loser bracket after all. You can't. If you lose, there's no coming back. You are out, and you're gonna have to wait till the International 3 next year. Orange Esports, first couple of pickups, Chen and Morphling, 2 very popular heroes from within the Chinese Asian scene rather, and what was I going to say? Yeah, Morphling getting picked an awful lot by Asian teams as well, in almost every single game, and he does a fantastic job. The Chinese or the Asians play him fantastically, and it makes it somewhat surprising that more teams don't decide to ban him out. Because that Morphling will just farm his way, get his Ethereal Blade, and then just start killing fools left, right, and center. But we've got a good balance with these 2 heroes. Morphling is our late game, and we've got Chen that provides early to mid game and a good amount of push. His ability to put creeps on his side is just great for pushing down towers, and that Holy Persuasion, the ability to send teammates back to base, it synergizes nicely with Morphling because he has a lot of survivability, so he can just start morphing to strength when he's really low on HP, then he can get sent back to base. He can even have a replicate out, so he morphs everything back to agility, then jumps straight back into the action while the team fight is going on. So Chen and Morphling, they synergize together really nicely, and CLG are going to have to be really careful about the fact that Chen can send Morphling back to base and then he can come straight in. So if we try and focus him down, it could not only not work, but it could come back and to bite us, because suddenly Morphling is back with full HP and we've burned a lot of mana, we've burned a lot of cooldowns, so we need to be careful. And there are 2 couple of pickups. We're going to go with Shadow Shaman and Tide Hunter. Rasta brings a nice amount into field. They're probably going to go with trying to gank that Morphling towards the early stages of the game. Rasta brings to the table a nice little AoE nuke that's good for both pushing and counter pushing, as well as that 2 disables, a Hex and a Shackle. The Shackle lasts for a ridiculous amount of time at max rank, 4.75 seconds. And the Hex is just a great ability all round. So we're probably going to use these things to try and focus down the Morphling towards the earlier stages of the game. The thing that you need to note, however, is once Morphling picks up a BKB, that combination isn't going to work at all. He just pops off the BKB and be 100% fine. As for the Ward, Shadow Shaman also brings push, simple as that, as well as good gank actually. Shadow Shaman is one of several supports that can actually hold on their own through the use of that ulti. If someone tries to jump Rasta, and he doesn't get chain stunned or silenced, he pops off those wards, and you're going to be in a lot of trouble, because then he'll hex you, then he'll shackle you, and those wards will be doing a lot of damage. Tidehunter for CLG is going to bring great initiation, as simple as that, as well as a relatively good ability to chase, counter push in the form of the anchor smash. The minus 40% damage is great in team fights as well, so CLG have a very balanced lineup. Orange Esports, their third pickup for the first set of picks, are going to be Leshrac, so we're going with more push. It looks like we're going for a strat that's going to capitalize on pushing towards the early stages of the game, and if it doesn't work out too well, we'll have the Morphling towards the later stages. It's also possible that they just want to get all of that tower gold for the Morphling, so we can get those items up really quick and start to just smash the team of CLG apart. CLG, we're jumping into the next set of bans, have taken out the Sand King. They want to deny Orange Esports more potential AoE, and that Leshrac provides quite a bit, and the fact that Leshrac and SK synergize together beautifully, it's very logical for CLG to take him out of the fray.
10 seconds remaining.
As to what Orange Esports will want to go for, actually, I have no idea. We have our solo mid, we don't have a carry. So Orange Esports, because they have the carry, they might elect to take down those right clickers such as Anti-Mage, or maybe not. Well, Silverbear performs the role of carry as well. He's also very good against Morphling. Brought this up several times thus far, that Silly Bear seems to win like 70% of games against Morphling in the International too. He's a good hero. CLG, we might want to take out someone that synergizes with that Morphling, such as Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden, Morphling, best friends. Absolute best friends. And they're probably, Orange Esports probably want someone to synergize with that Morphling. We could put Leshrac and Morphling together. That actually works out alright. Crystal Maiden would be better, but... And they might probably want to put Leshrac somewhere else. Well, not sure. They might want to utilize Leshrac more for ganking as opposed to babysitting. The fifth and final ban to come out of the team of CLG. How will they proceed? Well, Pycat's thinking long and hard. We're about to start ticking to their reserve time. We don't have much of that remaining. But you do want to think long and hard about this. You don't want to jump into this decision and not think it through, because if you win this game, there's 25 grand for you. And they're going to go with Night Stalker, so they're taking out... I guess I forgot to neglect that Orange Esports don't really have a dedicated solo mid. Well, Morphling can go solo mid, so can Leshrac. As to how that's... If that's how Orange Esports want to proceed, I am not sure. Again, not familiar with the Asian style of games, not familiar with Orange Esports and their style at all, so it could be some form of respect ban, quite possibly. But the silence would cause some problems as well. At nighttime, it's a 8-second silence, I believe. So on the Invoker, on the Rasa, on the Tidehunter, that's huge. You stop that Ravage, you stop those disables to come out of Shadow Shaman, especially against the Tidehunter. So Night Stalker is a good hero to take out, and as expected, they're taking out those late game heavy heroes. Orange Esports remove out the anti-mage, the anti-fun, and that's what CLG lacks right now. They don't have that glorious late game hero. And the best ones, I'd say, have been taken out. Faceless Void is still in if you want to go with him. They're going to pick up a Venomancer, so they're going for more support. Who will they synergize with him, though? Looking at the lanes, part of me wants to see Rasta go mid just to get those wards up and the levels up really quickly. It is unlikely. I suspect we'll see Invoker mid. Part of me feels a tri-lane, actually. Tidehunter solo top, Invoker solo mid, Shadow Shaman, Venomancer alongside someone else. We've got a lot of disables to come out of those two heroes. 50% slow, then we have the Hex, then we have the Shackle. Imagine if we had someone that could deal damage, and that would be a very powerful tri-lane, but they might maybe go with a jungler instead. We do have Enigma still in the mix, and Enchantress is still in, so CLG might pick themselves up a jungler. It's quite possible. As to how Orange Esports will proceed, I'm thinking Crystal Maiden. Synergize someone nicely up with that Morphling. Or maybe they want to go aggressive tri-lane at top, put Chen, or rather aggressive tri-lane at bottom, put Chen in their jungle. In CLG's jungle, of course. Cause some problems, steal some creeps, make some ganks, and so on and so forth. It would synergize nicely with Leshrac and his Split Earth. We just need another initiation ability. Shadow Demon's a possibility. Shadow Demon and Leshrac work together beautifully. They're going to go with Beastmaster, so they're not going to go for that tri-lane down bottom or anything like that. No aggressive tri-lane to come out of the team of Orange Esports. Beastmaster will most likely be going solo off lane, and there's the Luna pick. Here's our hard carry, our right-click damage rapist, for lack of a better term, to come out of the team of CLG. And I still think that tri-lane is a possibility. Shadow Shaman, Venomancer, Luna down bottom. The right-click damage comes out of Luna, especially with that, her passive, which I can't remember the name of, Luna Blessing. It's a plus 16 damage aura, And at level 1, that's pretty strong.
10 seconds.
That's actually a lot of extra right-click damage for every single member that is present at level, and especially at level 1. Looking at the lanes to come out of Orange Esports, Chen will be in the jungle, Beastmaster will be taking the solo bottom lane, stack those Ancients with the boar. As to where Leshrac and Morphling go, I'm actually somewhat uncertain. It's possible they'll pick up a Crystal Maiden, put Morphling Crystal Maiden at top, Leshrac solo mid. That's a possibility. Maybe they want to pick up a Queen of Pain to they'll put Queen of Pain solo mid, and then they'll have Morphling Leshrac at top. Leshrac will be playing the role of support. It's more common for the Chinese to play Leshrac as a support, so that is no doubt a possibility. We'll have to wait and see. We have Shadow Demon's going to be the pickup, so Morphling solo mid, Leshrac Shadow Demon up top, I'm going to guess. Chen in the jungle, that actually works out really nicely, because Chen can come out of the jungle, he can have a good creep, he can help out with ganks, we can initiate with the disruption, follow it up with a split earth. If Chen has a nice creep, he can thunderclap if he gets an Urza, he can war stomp if he gets a Centaur Khan. So Orange Esports have a nice lineup, they have nice lanes. I'm still very curious as to how CLG will lane this. I want to see that aggressive tri-lane down bottom. I don't think I'll see it, but it would be nice. In a few moments' time, we'll jump straight into the action. And it shall be glorious. What the hell? Over on the side of CLG, over on the Radiant side, we have Lacoste to take up the role of the Tidehunter. Captain Pycat playing on the Invoker. Misery playing as the Luna. Miracle to play as Rasta, and Aki playing on the Venomancer, who is missing all of his limbs. He's just some weird phallic snake thing. And over on the Dire side, over on the side of Orange Esports, we have Winter playing as that Beastmaster Ice to play as a Shadow Demon. Mushi taking up the role of the Morphling. Yamatar to play on the Leshrac. And who am I missing? Chen to be played by Captain X. Both sides heading down south. We're looking for first blood. Will we be able to find it? Who has a better early game lineup? We're not actually going for Lunar Blessing first, which is honestly really surprising. You would get more damage out of this than the nuke, but we're about to make an engagement. And perhaps just crashes. Of course, charging in the front line, Gush goes down on Yamatar. But no further damage. There goes the Lucent Beam, but Yamatar is just slowly going to gallop away to safety. This was a very lackluster engagement. I really like the fact that Beastmaster cleared the trees out here, so they wouldn't be able to sneak up and get the junk. Mushi wants to go for the rune. A couple of right clicks to come down from the high ground, but nothing more than that. Why did Fraps have to crash like as soon as the fight began? This program costs far too much money. It's not very good. Same with XSplit. Like, why is that program subscription based? Like, what the hell? It's not very good. But this isn't the time to be ranting. Why is he not have limbs? Aki, what the hell? Venomancer.
The battle begins.
Looking at the lanes unfold, we'll see Misery alongside Miracle down bottom. And Aki, are we indeed going to see the tri-lane? It looks like we will indeed see the tri-lane. Glorious Pycat solo mid and Tidehunter solo top. And over on the side of Orange Esports, we have Yamatar, the Leshrac, going solo top by the looks of it. We have Chen, who's going to be in the jungle towards the middle lane. We will see the Morphling. And down the bottom, we will see Beastmaster and Shadow Demon. I think Shadow Demon is going to assist the Morphling in mid. Or maybe rotate to top. He's probably just going for a bit of a roam at the current moment. These illusions are going to help out the Tidehunter towards the early stages because he can use them for scouting, he can use them for last hit without any form of retaliation. So we are indeed going to see the Shadow Demon up top alongside the Leshrac. I predicted these lanes perfectly. Now I feel somewhat proud of myself. Chen, any good creep stolen? We've got ourselves a Kobold Tunneler. No, that's a Centaur Khan, thank you very much. And this could work out very nicely. We have the Split Earth to come out of the Leshrac. We initiate with the Disruption, Split Earth to follow it up. We have the War Stomp to follow that. And Tidehunter could be very dead, especially he does have a Buckler, but we didn't go Kraken Shell first, of course, that would be silly. There's a Disruption, Split Earth to follow it up. Chen is off in his own world doing his own thing. He doesn't give a fuck. We have Diabolic Edict, so Lacoste is dead. His first blood secured by the team of Orange. One more right click will do it. Leshrac secures himself first blood, and I said the F word a few moments ago, which I really didn't mean to do. That was silly of me. So we didn't even need the assistance of Chen in his War Storm. We did a perfectly fine job. Invoker, Pycat currently going Quas. Looks like possibly Quas Wex. I'm hoping so. Waveform ahead. A couple right clicks to be dealt to Pycat, but he doesn't really care. He can Cold Snap if he gets in a lot of trouble, and in the end, those Quas points are going to regen him back where he needs to be. Team of CLG are rotating down bottom. They want to try and get a gank. Mushi is pushing forward. There goes a Cold Snap. A couple of right clicks to come out. However, we're just a bit too far away, and what the Christ is Beastmaster doing? Oh, there's a Beastmaster here for some reason. Hello? I think he wants the rune, but he's not going to get it. Haste rune secured up by Aki, or maybe no, we're just guarding it. Luna go and get it. Someone's going to pick up this haste rune eventually. But while these guys are sitting here, they're not getting any experience. They're not getting any last hits. Last hits aren't that important, but experience is something that you definitely want. Haste has been secured by Aki. We're moving in from the behind. We're trying to charge in on the offensive. Winter, the team of CLG want a bit of revenge, but Winter just backs off. He's not having any of it, not going to give the team of CLG the opportunity. He's saying, hey, if you want to kill me, you can dive this tier 2, and I tell you what, if you dive this tier 2, you will die. So, you know, try it. Just, I didn't give an F, man. Tidehunter being forced way back, can't even get an experience range because, yeah, Shadow Demon will just kill him. So Tidehunter's not having the best time. This lane for CLG, it's not looking good. Even though Tide's fairly tanky, he will still die to the Might of Edict and the curse to come out of Ice, of the Shadow Demon. It is actually Ice, right? It is Ice, thank God. I thought I got that wrong for a second. Last hits, Misery currently sitting on 19-7. Creep score not too bad. Beastmaster sitting for 1-0. He's not having a great time, but once he gets himself to level 3, he'll have 2 ranks in Call of the Wild and he can stack this Ancient Camp. But look at this. Look at this. CLG, they're all too aware about this, and meanwhile, mid, Mushi taking a couple of hits, but this ward placement just got counter-warded. Okay, that's really sad, actually. That is horrendously sad. So it's been dewarded, been counter-warded. The frickin' neutrals got it. The ancients got it. Shadow Demon, he's fine. Pull the camp, stack it up, and so on and so forth. Mushi currently sitting on 18-8, doing an alright job, with Pycat being forced to stay back, which I wouldn't have really expected. They should be fairly even thus far, honestly. 15-2, and they are looking even in the creep score department. This is really smart. We're placing wards down, we're trying to block it, and we have successfully done so. This plague ward's just causing problems. This is very smart by CLG. We're making sure... Here's what's great about Beastmaster. He has an insurance fund. Cold Snap on a creep? Okay. But he has the insurance fund. If he has a bad time in lane like he is currently doing with his one last hit, he can stack the Ancient Camp. It's an insurance fund, but CLG are disrupting it. First there was a ward, then there was a plague ward. They're causing problems. They're trying to disrupt the pulling as much as possible, and it is really smart by CLG. However, it's an even exchange of affairs because the Tidehunter, he's not even getting much experience. He can't get close to this creep wave because he knows that he will just die in an instant. So while the Beastmaster isn't getting much farm, the Tidehunter also is getting pretty much abysmal farm. Now Tidehunter and Beastmaster, they're both not really farm dependent. You just want to get up those ultis. Holy shit, he's still level 1. Okay, so I thought he's having a horrible time. He's having such a bad time. Not even level 2 yet, so... Oh, I feel so sorry for this Beastmaster. He's not having a good time. Lacoste going on a little bit of a scouting mission, actually thinking he's going to jungle by the looks of it. Which is nothing bad about that. It's a smart idea, in fact, because he's not getting any farm. He's just sitting here, though. So I don't know what he's up to as of this very moment. Maybe he's waiting to pull it. Yeah, I think he wants to pull it. Bit of an early pull, I think. Yeah, that's not gonna stack. Cold Snap once again. Mushi getting low, morphing us to strength ever so slightly. And yeah, oh no, he's pulling the creep wave to it? He pulled one range creep to it, okay. Guess it did a bit of denying. Beastmaster, no successful. Here's finally a successful stack for the Beastmaster. His first stack 6 minutes in, and he's still level 1, so killing these ancients is going to be a tough task indeed. Rune picked up for Morphling. Some more bottle charges, some more potential harassment. And the ganking duo up top, they're having a great time. There's no contestation at all. They've got complete liberty to push this lane out. There's nothing stopping them, and anything that tries to stop them, they'll just kill them. So Lacoste, he kills one easy camp, and then he goes back to top. Sitting back. How's Misery looking? We're currently sitting on 46-21 on the creep score, so having a good time. Currently the highest creep score on the map, and the team of CLG are looking strong this game, while the Tidehunter is not getting the farm he needs. The Beastmaster is getting no farm full stop. He's sitting on level 2 7 minutes into the game. While the Tidehunter, he's doing okay. While he does have one death under his belt, he's just hit level 4. He's able to get some last hits with the Anchor Smash when he moves in. He's doing alright. Mushi's diving in deep. He really wants these last hits on these creeps, and he's not going to get them or else risk taking a lot of damage from the tower and Cold Snap in the Invoker and all manner of death to come out of Pycat. Tornado EMP being invoked up, we want to try and do a bit of damage by the looks of it, or maybe just a few right clicks. Nice little dodge with a waveform there, also securing himself with a couple of last hits, and now we're moving in. Shackle to come down on Witcher, and a nice defensive disruption. Hand of God goes down, the ulti instantly pops a Shadow Demon, and they do back off. Leshrac wants a bit of revenge as well. Will he be able to get it? Winter charging in on the offensive, but I don't think that they've got the speed. No ulti to come out, the Split Earth isn't going to connect. And Yamata's charging in, no, he's going back to the lane, going to go in from the sidelines, and both sides will be, for the most part, absolutely fine. Aki, he's thinking of it, Don't think they're going to push in, however. Winter alongside Yamata, they're finally the Beastmaster is going to get himself some last hits. He has level 2 on the board, so he can stack this Ancient Camp and sit in lane, get those levels up. Misery, thinking of moving into position. What the hell is the board doing all the way over here? I have no idea. Guess it just wants to join in the fight. It already sacked it. May as well make some use of it. And now the team of Orange going to push out this bottom lane. Edict being popped out. Fortification is available. The Soul Defender is Misery. There goes the Fortification. Yamato charging in the front. Wants to kill off his creep wave as quickly as possible. Chen is also hiding in the sidelines. And it looks like a very easy tower for the team of esports. Orange, rather. Orange Esports. Chain Creeps revealing their positioning. And this tower looks like to be successfully defended. Won't be taken down by the team of Orange. But using these abilities, these heroes that we have to try and push the towers, get some gold, is very smart. And is what the team of Orange need to be doing, because they're behind. Absolutely behind. Except they have a golden experience advantage, so I don't know what's going on. I guess Morphling's doing a pretty good job at farming. He's having a reasonable time. The Shrek just got a kill on the Tidehunter over at top. Why don't I look at the minimap? I have no idea. I'm bad at this game. But another easy kill for the ganking duo at top. The ganking duo at top, speaking of which, haven't been getting that many ganks, but it's because the Tidehunter has been playing it safe. And either way, it's a win-win, honestly. If the Tidehunter stays back, doesn't get those levels up as quickly as he needs to, then it's a win. If he decides to push forward to try and get those levels and you kill him, then it's a win. So it works out really nicely for the team of Orange. Misery trying to compete with Mushi for last hits. It's not going to work out too well, however. Morphling just right-clicks Misery down every single time he gets close. And Chen wants to go in for a gank. Do we have a smoke available? Waveform ahead. There goes a ward. Give a bit of vision, but they're not going to push in. Misery is too close to the tower. They don't want to dive in on this. However, Tide is pushing up ahead. If he decides to push a little bit too far forward, it could easily be the death of him. But I think Chen is just going to return to the jungle it up a bit, work his way towards a mechanism. And the lanes will sort of stabilize for the current moment. Miracle wants to move in from the side. However, Beastmaster has backed off. He's playing it cautious. He's stacking this Ancient Camp very nicely. He's got a 2, maybe 3 stacks going on here. And once he gets that Soul Ring, assuming that's what he's going for, he'll just axe the camp and get loads of gold. The insurance fund will pay off. Eventually. Is he going straight for bongos? Treads and bongos? Nothing wrong with it. Not exactly what I would have expected from a Luna, though, to be honest. But I can see it working out. Disruption to come down the Tidehunter. TPs are rolling in. There goes a Split Earth. Follow it up. The cost getting awfully low. Those right clicks coming in from the illusion, doing a good bit of damage, but the rest of them will back off with the TP reinforcements coming in. The Tornado, however, being an absolute nuisance. We can see Aka's health slowly but surely moving down. Nice Tornado EMP to come down. Yamato now very low in HP, but does successfully get the tower. That dive in, those couple of seconds dive. Chen gonna try and send him back to base. Yamato to do what damage he can before he gets sent back. Nice little engagement for the team of Orange Esports. They've secured themselves a tower. At the cost of, well, nothing. Smoke Gang to come out. Chen is hungry for some death. So is Ice. And we should be able to find it towards the middle lane, but Lacoste is not too far away to reinforce. Misery, however, is very low. If one disruption lands down on him, he is DED dead. Going in, no disruption, doesn't land down. Shadow Poison to give a bit of vision. Waveform ahead, but we're not going to catch out Misery. He's going to back off to the safety of the tower, and a failed Smoke Gank, unfortunately to say. Winter currently sitting on 5-0, level 4, doing alright. Doing better Still not in a good state, and the team of Orange are pushing out this middle tower. They're capitalizing on the composition that they have, which is really smart. Tornado EMP to fly out, once again do a bit of damage. Try and stop the push, but it will be unable to be do so. We need to try and get the deny, but it was unsuccessful. Disruption to come down, no follow-up, however. Pycat will simply walk away to safety. And Orange, in the course of a couple of seconds, secure themselves a couple of tier 1s. And this is a big problem that CLG are going to have. Because Orange's composition, it's all about getting those towers and using that gold to fuel Morphling. Even if he doesn't get the best farm in lane, the Morphling is still going to have all this gold from towers. And unless CLG hold it, Tornado completely misses. There goes the EMP. Lucent Beam to come down as well. One more right click will do it. Hand of God to fly out. Will the damage be enough? It will indeed. Ice takes a fall. Luna secures a kill there. And CLG even the score once again. 2-2 on the kills. However, the gold is going to be in favor for the team of Orange. In fact, considerably in favor in the team of Orange. Those are the dual tower advantage, as well as the first blood that they secured for themselves. Wait for them to fly out. Pycat backing off. And CLG, they want to try and pressure this tower. Will they be able to take it down? The wards go off. The plague wards have been placed down as well. Fortification jumps down, only going to delay the inevitable for a couple of seconds. Yamato can't do much. Lucent Beam goes down on him. Gush to follow it up. Winter once again in position. Chen has joined the fray as well. They want to try and fight this, but the tower gets lower and lower, and they cannot fight on the wards. Misery takes a lot of damage. The Lightning Storm flies out, but however, the tower does fall. Venomancer takes a kill on it, and CLG secure themselves the first tower. However, it's coming at a trade. The Morphling's pushing at this tier 2, and it's taking a good amount of damage, but the TPs are rolling in. Morphling will back off. A bit of tower damage was sustained, but nothing more than that. Morphling will just continue on with the farm. And he's working straight for an Ethereal Blade, going for that shotgun build. These wards are free farm. I'm somewhat surprised we're not going straight forward, but I guess it is a little bit difficult to kill and not get, plowed by the damage. Right clicks, getting all those last hits on the Morphling, currently sitting at almost 100 last hits, 14 minutes in. He's doing a very good job. Compare that to the Luna, 67 for 22 on the creep score, and the Invoker currently 70 to 14. So this Morphling he's farming his way to great justice. Tornadoes come out, they're going to do a bit of damage, and most importantly, they're going to do a little bit of scouting. Pretty much invulnerable scouting things that you cannot get rid of. Nice army of Plague Wards to come down. Will it be enough to hold on to this push? Well, many members of CLG are moving in to defend. They don't want to let them take down this tier 1. The last tier 1 tower standing for the team of CLG. They want to hold on to it. They absolutely want to hold on to it. Split Earth to come down, do a bit of damage. Push back the creep wave, and the team of Orange are going to back off. Or are they? Chen's here, Chen Creep is here, we're pushing in. Nice ward to be placed down. And they're going to see that there's a nice army of Plague Wards here, and maybe we should just wait for the rest of CLG to bugger off and do something else. But even if they don't, they're distracting CLG from the real threat, which is a Morphling and all the farm that he's getting. He's just bouncing from lane to lane to lane, last hitting all the creeps, getting loads of farm and just having a great time. Gush to land on Leshrac by the looks of it, or did that hit on a creep? I don't see the slow on him. Maybe it wore off already. Smoke Gang to come out of X. We're looking to get in position. However, we're the only hero here. Oh, no, wait, Ice is here as well. Misery's pushed far too far forward. TPs are rolling in. There goes the disruption to initiate. Soul Catcher to follow it up, as well as some Shadow Poison. Split Earth, and Misery's dead. There's no question about it. Lightning Storm gets the final hit. Killing spree for Leshrac. Orange Esports are looking great. They're ganking the heroes that they need to gank, while the Morphling continues to sit strong throughout the entirety of this game. He's just getting free farm in every single lane. The team of CLG aren't trying to gank him, and they really should be. This Morphling is going to be the death of them. Almost has a shotgun. We're closing in on 16 minutes. He's doing a great job. He's looking strong, looking powerful.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
CLG, they're trying to push out this bottom lane. They should really go for the tier 1s here, or maybe just kill off this Morphling. This Morphling, he's going to get harder and harder to kill. He's going to get stronger and stronger. They really need to stop him before he starts to snowball out of control. Smoke Gang to come out of CLG. Will we catch anyone out? The team of Orange are not too far away. Don't think they'll be able to get the jump on anyone, but we'll have to wait and see. Pycat wants to join the fight as well. Wex Invoker as well as the Phase Boots makes him very fast. Shenada's moving in to scout ahead, see exactly what is here waiting for us. Yamato could find himself caught out. Lacoste moving in on the offensive. Gush to go down, but no follow-up. There goes the Lucent Beam. Forced off into position. Tornado flies out. EMP to follow it up. Yamato going to be sent back to base. A Ravage goes down. Beastmaster takes it forward. Currently going in on Ice. There goes a Venomous Gale. Lucent Beam to follow it up. A few right clicks will take defensive disruption to be used, but that will not be enough. One more right click, and that will be the death of Shadow Demon. 2 easy kills for the team of CLG. Could have been 3 if it weren't for the good use of those Chen abilities. And now we want to try and take this tier 2, but look at this. They've taken the tier 2, one hero. He got the last hit on it too. He's loving the gold. He's about to go buy his shotgun. He's getting closer and closer to it. Trading a tier 2 when your entire team is dedicated to get the kill. For a tier 2 that one hero got, it's not a good trade. Raw to come down on Misery. There goes the tornado. Nice tornado. 4 stuff being used by the Invoker to get him out. Aki might take a fall. Chen Nuke to come down. There goes a waveform. Shotgun bursts him down within the course of seconds. The Shrek wanting to go ahead, but does not. Forces back off because of the EMP. And that was an unnecessary death by the team of CLG. And the tier 2 still stands. They should have been going for tier 1. They should have defended, maybe killed off the Morphling, then gone for a kill for the tier 1, then gone and kill for the tier 1 at top or mid. I just said like the same thing about 3 times because I'm retarded. But I don't know why they continue to push out this bottom lane. They should really be going for those tier 1s. It's easier to get. You're less deep in the enemy base. It's safer. It's as simple as that. This tier 1 still stands for the team of CLG, but it will not stand for long. Fortification is not available, will not be available for quite some time. And the team of Orange, they're moving in. The Edict is going to melt this tower within the course of seconds. And TP assistance, even if it was going to come in, it wouldn't help. The tower would fall too fast, but they're looking to go for a trade. Tier 1 for a tier 1, and the team of Orange back. TP back. God, I'm tripping over my words. I'm bad. Shotgun to go down. Lacoste getting awfully low, and he's trying to run his way as best as he possibly can, but he will get taken down. A few right clicks to come out of the Morphling is all it takes. Venomous Gale, nice tornado to follow it up. They're trying to do what damage they can. There goes the EMP. Mushi forced to back off. Yamatar doing what damage he can before he falls. Hand of God to go down. The Venomancer takes a fall, and there goes the Invoker. Or the Raster, I think that was. Mushi wants to get himself another kill. Force off onto the high ground. Very nicely done by Pycat. And suddenly the entire team of CLG are obliterated by Orange Esports. Not a particularly great engagement for them. Now the Morphling has 4 kills, 0 deaths, closing in on 150 last hits. 19 minutes into the game. He's looking strong. He's borderline unstoppable, I'd say, at this point. He can simply roam around and pop people left, right, and center with that shotgun build, and there's nothing that the team of CLG can do about it. Even a tanky individual such as Lacoste died within the course of just a few moments. Gush to go down, but there's reinforcements not too far away. We're just trying to do a bit of harassment, nothing more than that. Replica has been placed down. Mushi TP back to base, get his health and mana back up where it needs to be. Morph everything back to agility, jump straight back into the action. TP's rolling in to defend this top. A lot of momentum being placed down here, especially with the assistance of the Beastmaster Ball. But this will be defended fairly easy peasy. And we're split pushing like crazy. Orange, all of their lanes are pushed on the opposing team. They're looking strong. If we take a quick gander at the gold, we're closing in on a 7.5k advantage for the team of Orange Esports, and same can be said in the experience department. Yamato moving in, just kill off the creep wave in a fairly rapid manner, and hey, if they decide to move in on Yamato, look who's not too far away, the rest of the team of Orange Esports, with the exception of this Beastmaster, who has himself a gem, even though I don't think I've seen all that many Ghost Walks to come out of Pycat. But its insurance is just in case it's going to happen sooner or later, because as a professional Invoker player, you know how to use that Ghost Walk, or else, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be a it's just a really good skill. You would not use it, and I have no idea what... Oh, Sunstrike was for scouting, that's obvious. I was like, why did he invoke Sunstrike? It's useless with rank 1 Exalt. It's purely for scouting global skill, and this isn't too good for the team of CLG. Double damage for the Morphling is even putting everything as possible into agility, and he's going to pop some fools fairly soon. Whoops, excuse me. I thought this was XSplit for a second, so I pressed my mute button, and then I realized, no wait, I'm using Fraps today. And I can't just mute, there's no mute button, which is really nice. I start coughing or something. So I'm a sick, decrepit individual. Very ill. Not really, I'm actually perfectly 100% fine, very healthy. CLG, they're pushing out this top lane, they want to try and claim the tier 2, Morphling the sole defender, but him alone is going to be able to cause some pain to the team of CLG. The morph strength, the double damage, it's a lot of pain. The wards are available for Miracle. Is he going to pop them down? No, the tower falls in a very rapid rate. The team of CLG are going to continue pushing it out, but look at this middle lane. Look at this bottom lane. We've traded tier 1 for a tier 2 once again. It's not a good trade, and now we've got a lot of momentum. The middle tower is taking damage. The bottom tower is about to get plowed. Orange Esports are looking, they're just so smart. They're looking so strong. This creep wave eliminated within the course of seconds. TP rolls back in. Morphling going to get all the free farm up at top. He's looking so great. And CLG are forced to stay in their base. They cannot move out. Bongos and nothing else. Going for a BKB, but Luna's farm, it's not looking good. 2 deaths under a belt, only 1 kill. And the team of Orange Esports are going for Rashan. We've got the double damage available. We should be able to right-click this thing down in a fairly rapid manner. Beastmaster Replica taking up all the damage. Centaur Khans to join the fray as well. We're going to do some chain stunning action, and it's very, very hot. Right-click, right-click, right-click. And CLG, they seem to be aware about it. They want to move into position, but they're not going to be able to take on the force of Orange Esports, especially with the Morphling having an Aegis of the Immortal. Shock to go down. Pycat wants to try and move in position, maybe get off a Tornado, but Yamato, he's not going to be an easy man to take down. Currently has a Bloodstone, working his way towards BKB's a possibility. Aghanims is also a possibility. Either one's a possibility. BKB just outright bought by the Morphling. He just has that much money. Chen currently just sitting on a Mechanism, but if you've got a mech as Chen, you're doing a good job. Probably going to go for Aghanims next, possibly. Maybe a Pipe, it all depends. Aghanims is great, 30 seconds on that global heal. It's fantastic. And is indeed going to go for Aghanims. Orange, are they looking to smoke? Do we have a smoke available? Smoke. Yes, smoke on Shadow Demon. Are we going to move in? However, CLG, they're all clustered around their base. But Misery's beginning to push herself out just a little tiny bit. Might be able to get the kill. Smoke goes out. Orange Esports, they're looking for death. They're looking for gold. Will they be able to find it, however? They're venturing forth in the jungle, checking if anyone's jungling, but they should know that considering the amount of pressure these lanes are delivering to the team of CLG, they're not going to be out of their base. This smoke gank is not going to be all that useful. Well, it's not going to really amount to anything. Winter moving in, wants to get the roar off. Roar on Pycat. Here goes the damage. Morphling moving in. The shotgun goes down in the death of the Invoker. Almost, but the Ravage comes down to try and save the day, but the BKB absorbs a lot of it. There goes the Lunar ulti. Members of Orange Esports are melting, but so are CLG. BKB popped off for the Morphling. The right clicks are being dealt. Misery getting awfully low. Popped off her BKB as well. Lucent being to come down the Leshrac. Nice little deafening blast. Misery getting awfully low. But the axes fly out. Pycat's still alive. Waveform onto the high ground. The right click coming in on Lacoste. Miracle trying to do what he can. Miracle does get taken down by the Chen. Nuke to come out. The Aegis of the Immortal is used up. Is he going to continue to push forward? That's a fairly even exchange of affairs, honestly. It's borderline better for the team of CLG, I'd say. But then again, their big carry did die. But who lost their Aegis? Morphling lost their Aegis. Do we have buyback money on her? We do not. Ward's still delivering a little bit of pain. Looking to do a bit of split pushing action while the team of CLG are currently out of commission. Oh, closing in on 200 last hits. He's looking good. He's happy with himself. Winter wants to join the fight as well, alongside Chen. Where the Morphling just replicated somewhere. Yeah, he's getting the rune for himself. Haste rune secured by him. Run rapidly back into the action. And CLG, they don't know which lane the team of Orange are going to move for. Well, now they know. Bottom lane's a place to be. Shock goes out, Lightning Storm to counter it, however. And both the creep waves are being eliminated. Almost Centaur Khan almost being taken down. The Sado, rather. Tornado to fly out, EMP to follow it up. There's the EMP. Gonna do a bit of damage. And Ice gets really low, but the one brings him back to where he needs to be. Winter's waiting in position, has a roar available, can do a nice chunk of damage. But CLG are playing it safe. No member is venturing out, they're just sitting back and getting the farm. They can't out-farm this Morphling. No siree Bob. It's not happening at all. And even if they total themselves up, that Morphling is just going to spiral out of control. But we've seen before, we have seen Lunars out-carry Morphlings in a good handful of games in the International too. It could potentially happen. Maybe CLG will get the farm up that they need, but considering that Lunar's the third most farm hero in the game, Leshrac of all people has more farm than the Luna, things aren't looking so good for CLG, and Lunar's got a lot of catching up to do to try and get on the same level as this Morphling. He's looking stronger. And we still have tier 1 standing. I'm somewhat surprised that Orange aren't trying to take this last standing tier 2. It's a bit of easy gold for the entire team. In fact, Morphling or one person alone should be able to take this down. And the rest of the team can try and focus on the tier 3. It would work out very nicely for them, for the team of Orange. But alas, it's X's decision, not mine. I think CLG suspect that they're possibly pushing top. It makes sense, doesn't it? Last exterior tower remaining for the team of CLG, and Orange would no doubt want to claim it for themselves, but they are not doing any such thing. Smoke gank has come out. We're looking for some easy kills. Morphling is right here and primed for ganking, but Chen is not too far away. Can send him back to base. There goes a Hex. EMP to follow it up. Shackles to go down. Morphling to strength as best as we can. Chen going to try and send him base. Hand of God goes down, and he does get away.
Radiant's
What a
bottom
save by the
tower
Chen.
is
Orange
under attack.
Esports. Thumbs up to you. That was great. His bottom lane's being pushed out. Yamato trying to do what he can. Misery coming in to defend. There goes a tornado. Does get dodged by Yamato and the Shadow Demon. Ravage is currently available. Ulti coming in from Luna also available. So Team of Orange have to be careful. We saw in that previous big fight down bottom, Orange Esports took a lot of damage from that Lucent Beam. An absurd amount of damage. But what a save to come in on the Morphling. So close to death. Hand of God being used. I think a mech was also used. Yep. Just barely saving the day. And Orange Esports, with CLG holding themselves down very, very nicely. Orange Esports just think, okay, well, let's just back off and get farm. They can't out-farm us. We've got access to the entire jungle. Their jungle, our jungle, all of the lanes, all of the map is in the palm of our hands.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Tidehunter
attack.
looks to be going towards Pipe, already has a mech. Miracle is currently sitting on Jack All. Maybe he's just getting the hood for a bit of extra spell regen, or spell resistance rather. Split pushing action going on, a bit of action being pushed out in the top, bit of action being pushed down towards the bottom, and Shotgun gonna fly out. Waveform ahead, Misery getting awfully low, pops off the BKB, Lucent Beam to follow it up, Mushi taking a bit of damage with Misery. Has to be careful, has to be cautious, and Morgan can do a lot of damage, we're blinking in ahead. Waveform, did he replicate in? I think he replicated in, there goes the Adaptive Strike, the death of poor Miracle, the right click coming in on... Morphling gets himself a double kill and is going to continue to right click down on Lacoste. Aki trying to help out with the Venomous Gale. One more right click will do it. Morphing to strength. One waveform is all he needs, but he doesn't have the mana for it. Access to fly out. Just barely nicks Lacoste, but the damage is not enough. Will regen back to where he needs to be. Meanwhile, all this is happening. The tier 3 takes a fall. The melee barracks is about to fall next. Fortification goes down. Team of CLG trying to hold on as best they can, but Pycat can't move into position. Meatball to fly out, do a bit of damage to the creep wave, but nothing more than that. Chen's creep gets eliminated. TPs are rolling in. Yamato decides maybe we should back off. Stun to come down. Poor stun, actually. A freaking centaur being a nuisance. Yamato wants to move in. Ice. Nice little 4-staff disruption. Very, very lucky by the Invoker. What clutch timing was that, Lacoste? He wants to try and defend. The melee barracks takes a fall. Yamato wants to move in. He's going straight for the range barracks. Meanwhile, Hex to come down. We're trying to take down the Morphling. Hand of God to fly out. A few more right clicks is all it will take. We'll be able to do it. He waveforms to the high ground. Mushi has escaped once again, but Aki's continuing to push forward. There goes a tornado. This is the death of Mushi. Forced off to the high ground. Finally, they get the kill on him. Buys back instantly. How funny would it be if he replicated, bought back, and then just popped straight back in and killed him? Yamato and Ice trying to come in from the behind. This could be bad for the team of CLG. Lacoste being caught out, going to be forced to use that Ravage if he does get caught out. But Yamato's caught out. BKB being popped out is simply just going to TP back to safety. Ice backs the hell off. And who is this other member that's nearby? It is the Chen. They're all fine. 4-staff ahead, want to try and catch anyone off guard, but alas, no one is to be found. And CLG, they're not in a good state. I've said this several times, I'm going to say it again. CLG, they're not in a good state. Quick gander at the gold, 15k advantage for the team of Orange Esports, and a 12k advantage in the experience department, again, for the team of Orange Esports. Shen has himself a nice army of creeps at all stages of the game, and of course you should. Creeps help out very nicely for pushing, for team fights. They offer a lot to the table. I still don't know why this Venomat, he looks so weird. He looks like a sort of this turd snake thing. He just looks weird and unhappy and very displeased with himself. He just looks sad, like he's about to cry. Which is understandable because he's missing everything. He's just this little turd type thing. Roshan going to return to the game in about 2 minutes time, and Orange want it. They want it so bad, and they're going to cluster around this pit over the next few moments. Or maybe they'll push out some lanes. We're definitely going to get the Roshan kill, and it will be the final nail in the coffin for the team of CLG. 167 on the creep score. Luna going for a Manta style by the looks of it. It's a little bit of a late Manta style, but going for that BKB earlier was sort of a necessity, really. Checking for Roshan. The team of Orange no doubt know that he will be returning within about 50 seconds or so. No damage to the tower. Whack, whack, whack. Get the last hit too, of course. Going for a butterfly in the Morphling as well. Try and nullify the right clicks to come out of that Luna. Scythe of Ice picked up by Pycat. It's going to help out just a little bit. If we can try and shut down that Morphling, it will work out very nicely for us. And Roshan is moments away from returning to the fray. Just watch it descend. Come on, descend. Damn it. Descend already. Orange moving in. They know he's about to return. Here comes the descension. Ooh, there's Roshan. He's returned to the fray. And Orange are not going to go for him. Did I just hear a BKB go off? I swear to God I heard a BKB go. Where the Christ is this? Yeah, it popped off BKB. That was a little bit silly. Completely wasted BKB. 100% wasted. And Roshan's going to fall within the course of seconds. Incorrectly named Spiderite for some reason. Shrek continuing to push the lane forward. Roshan has fallen to the might of Orange Esports. And Morphling picks up the Aegis of the Immortal. And this is the final nail of the coffin for CLG. There's no way that they can hold off against this. You can kill Morphling once, then he'll just come straight back. And maybe even they'll do the Chen thing. They'll put out a replicate, Chen sends him back to base. He uses the replicate to jump straight back into the action. BKB being popped up, we're trying to go on Yamato. He's just going to TP back to base, but the right-click damage is pretty immense. But alas, it's not enough, and he does successfully escape. And Orange, Butterfly being secured by the Morphling. Orange looking like they want to wait for the Shrek to return to the game, to return to the fray. And then we'll start killing stuff. Killing shit, for lack of a better term. Going up north, we're pushing that top lane. Bottom racks has fallen. The tier 1 at top has already taken a fall. The last tier 3 remaining is, of course, the one at mid. CLG, they're pushing out this middle lane. Maybe the team of Orange Esports will come in from the behind and try and just plow. But it seems they're going to go for a trade, and it is a good trade. Tier 1 for Barracks? I think that's a good trade. Don't you think that's a good trade? Yeah, I think that's a good trade. The tier 1 tower takes a fall. Misery going to continue to push out ever so slightly. Tornado coming in to do a little bit of scouting ahead.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they're going to see that there's not that much here. But the team of Orange are not moving in just yet. Could shotgun some poor bastard down, use a replica to jump back out after they take the fall, but Orange Esports are waiting for the rest of the team, or maybe waiting for CLG to push out ever so slightly. Not actually, I have no idea what they're doing right now, to be honest. Just sort of sitting back. I heard a shotgun. Did someone die and I missed it? No, I think we just shotgunned a creep or something. Replicate to come out. I think we were waiting for the replicate cooldown, possibly. Now Mushi's going to jump in, look for an easy kill. Should be able to take down one of them in a fairly rapid manner. Maybe a squishy support such as Rasa. But nope, we're going to rotate. No, we're going to... Orange Esports, I don't think they know what I don't think they know what they're doing, is what I was trying to say. Evidently, I failed miserably. And the replicate's going to join the fight here. This is very smart, because Morphling's just going to free farm and then jump into the action. We're being efficient. You know, many years of farming experience being held by the Asians. They're good at farming that rice. If you accuse me of being racist, all I have to say is I'm Asian, so deal with it. Can't be racist to my own kind. Misery trying to defend as best they can. We keep rotating to different lanes every single second. Mushi wants to push in. Couple of seconds left on that replicate. If he wants to try and take advantage of it, he has to do so now. He's going to shotgun someone down. Dodges the tornado, but the EMP is going to do some damage and drain his mana. But nice little dodge using the waveform right there. Mushi moving in the offensive once again. Shotgun to come down on Misery. One more waveform will do it, but it's currently on cooldown. The Hex to follow it up. Misery will escape. Mech charge to go down, as well as a nuke from Chen. Nice deafening blast, try and do what it can, but it's only going to delay the inevitable. Fortification has been dropped. Orange Esports looking strong. The Cost wants to get in position for that Ravage, but the BKB comes off on Mushi. Ravage would be wasted if he decides to use it now. He needs to wait for that BKB to run off. Meatball to fly out. We're currently charging in the offensive. Lacoste wants some kills. Will they be able to get it? Another BKB pops off. Very smart by Orange Esports, chaining up those BKBs. And the BKB to come out of Misery for the most part was wasted there. Lacoste charging in, kills off the creep. Tornado to fly out. Chen going to send back to base. Will he get the kill? No, he will not, but he does do a little bit of damage. Defensive disruption to be used. Going to catch out Alex by the looks of it. Trying to TP out. War Trap to come down on Yamato. Nice Ravage to come down. Winter getting low. Hand got to fly out once again. The Shackle to come down. The Beastmaster. 2 easy kills for the team of CLG. Can they get some more? They're looking for more. However, the rest of Orange have backed off to safety. And those couple of kills aren't really going to do much, honestly. Aegis is still available. The team of Orange are buying back. They want to try and finish this off, and Well, the barracks, what? I'm not sure if this is just named incorrectly. I'm pretty sure this one's a melee barracks, and this one's a range barracks, but it says melee barracks here, and then it says building. The things are sort of wrong. And it seems Luna has dropped from the game for whatever reason. In a few moments' time, we should resume, however. This being the international means that we're not going to see any really, really long pauses, which is great, unless there are some serious technical issues. We'll just wait, we'll wait it out. Luna still no Manta style available. We've got a lot of working to do. And how to proceed from here on out? Can CLG possibly bring this back? I don't think so. Orange would have to screw up so badly. I don't think that there's anything that the team of CLG can actively do to win, besides relying on Orange to screw something up. It's always possible to make mistakes. It's always possible to lose a lead. And if Orange bugger up, then it could easily be the death of them. But they're gonna have to screw up so badly to the point where if it's possible to screw up that badly, they probably wouldn't be playing professional Dota. Simple as that. Double damage secured for Mushi once again. And we're looking for some easy kills. We might be able to find them. Pycat venturing out just a little bit, but nothing more than that. Ganking duo, Ice and Yamato looking for some kills. Won't be able to catch any out. Miracle pushes out ahead ever so slightly. Morphling's moving in. He wants to get the shotgun off. Miracle getting awfully low. Misery getting awfully low, rather. Does replicate out before anything happens, however. Piper's dropped off. We're trying to take down the tower. Fortification not available. The Edict doing loads of damage. Definitely blast to fly out, but the BKB absorbs every single bit of magical damage that comes out. Lacoste wants to try and do what he can to the BKB. It does nothing. Hex to fly down. Mushi's getting low. Defensive disruption to be used at the perfect moment, but he will take a full waveform out to safety. One more right click will do it. He's currently morphing to strength. Low in mana currently. They're trying to take him down. There goes the ensnare. But that morph is just doing so much. Hand of God to follow it up. All of the resources of CLG dedicated to take down this morphling, and he just jumps straight back into the action and is just going to start killing again. Nice little dodge from the EMP there. However, he has a lot of shit morph to strength. It's going to take a while to get all of that back in agility, but once that's the case, easy peasy. Easy peasy. He'll just start killing people again. Currently 4k in the bank, most likely saving that for buyback, so when he dies, he can jump straight back in. Mushi, gonna jump in. The answer is no, not just yet. Ice Wall to cause a little bit of problems. Prevent Orange from pushing in just yet. Mech charge to fly out as well. Rebolt for the creep wave. Mushi moves in. Right click's being dealt. The BKB being popped off. He replicates out as he snipes the melee barracks. Beastmaster going for Aghanims. Get that extra long range on the Roar. And CLG are looking to try and press the issue. We've got a smoke gate coming out. We want to try and get ourselves a couple of kills. They know that they're clustered around the secret shop. Yamato's about to find himself caught out, but he has a BKB available. A Hex to initiate immediately, and Yamato drops within the course of seconds. Easy kill for CLG. Tornado do a bit of scouting, catches out just a couple of replicates, a couple of illusions, nothing more than that. His bottom lane has a lot of momentum. The tier 4 towers are very much exposed. One of them already taking a fall. Miracle intercepts. Kills at a fairly rapid manner. Beastmaster and Ice just scouting around a bit, killing off some creeps while they do it. And this is a Chinese Dota for you. When they've got an advantage, instead of capitalizing on it, they simply back off. The only thing I don't like about Asian Dota, that's the only thing, is just when they do things like this. I think Orange Esports have won. I don't think they need to be backing off. But instead they elect to simply back off and farm a little bit more. I think they want Roshan. Roshan's still got a good amount of time before he returns to the fray, about 3 minutes or so. But I'm sure Orange Esports are willing to wait that amount of time in order to have that little bit of extra insurance. Regeneration for the Morphling brings him back to where he needs to be. Currently has a good amount of strength morphed, actually, more than I would have expected. Smoke going to come out of CLG once again, looking to press the issue. Will they be able to take anyone of Orange Esports down? God damn it. Misery's acting as a bait, but Orange ain't falling for it. They know that CLG are currently all missing, and someone has to TP back. This is sort of a bad situation to be in for the team of Orange. Oh, CLG rather. We're moving on the offensive. Rasa instantly takes a fall. Disruption to be used. Misery getting low. The ulti goes down. Does a bit of damage, but nothing more than that. All the creeps absorbing it. There goes the Ravage. Lacoste trying to do what he can. Mushi getting awfully low. Currently morphing to strength. Hex to follow it up. Mushi should be fine by the looks of it, however. Yamatar doing a bit of damage with his AoE ultis. Pycat moving in. Ice Wall. Nice Ice Wall to come down, but he gets caught there by the Roar. Lacoste will get away. However, the Pycat takes a fall. Blinked away to safety. And a couple of them take a fall. In the meantime, the tier 4 took a fall. So several of them died. They didn't get any kills. And things aren't looking good for CLG. They're ancient moments away from taking a fall. Moments. Mere moments. And they're about to lose their final standing racks. Mushi TPing in. There goes a shotgun. No Thorough Blade being used actually there, curiously enough. Hex to go down. Mushi being chained up just a little bit. The meatball flies right in his face. Does a bit of damage, but nothing more than that. TPs are rolling in. Misery trying to do what damage he can. Yamata's getting awfully low. The War Trap to come down. Nice disruption to be used. Winter being focused right now. There goes a split earth. A lot of damage being dealt. Yamatar, however, unable to withstand. And now Mushi, the next target on the agenda. Waveform onto the low ground. Will be absolutely fine. The rest of Orange are simply going to TP out. Morphling, however, has a replicate available, and using the Hawk for a bit of vision. This is very smart, but then it gets whacked by Lacoste. He wants to try and shotgun someone down. Mushi, they're moving in on Mushi. Will they be getting away? There goes the waveform. BKB being popped off as well. Miracle's about to take 4. One more right click will do it. Then he replicates out. Doesn't want to do any further damage. Just get himself a kill, and then back off to the safety of the rest of his team. Mushi. Going to move in. Cross blinks back. Of course, Bloodstone Leshrac. His respawn time actually, he's been out of the fray for a while. He only had a few charges in that. Like 6 charges or something. Maybe even 4. And CLG, they're holding on for dear life. They want to try and win, but I don't think it's going to happen. We're about to take up Roshan. The team of Orange are looking unstoppable. Sorry, I'll never do that again. Winter taking a good amount of damage. The back charge going to bring him back to where he needs to be. Here goes the right clicks to come in from the Morphling once he returns to the where the hell is this Morphling anyway? Oh, he's right there. I'm just blind. There goes Roshan. Roshan has been taken. Cheese has also dropped. Leshrac going to pick up the cheese, with Morphling securing himself the Aegis of the Immortal. The cost blinking in. Or just blinking back, rather. And Orange, they're looking to deliver the finally deliver the final blow. Like, Jesus Christ, the barracks have been dead for the past 10 minutes. We don't even have any tier 4 towers remaining. And this will be the final push of death to come in for the team of CLG, or Orange Esports, or whatever. Pipe to go down, we're pushing straight in. We want to kill off this Ancient. Pulse Nova to fly out as well. Eliminate the creep wave in a fairly rapid fashion. Tornado to fly out, catches out Yamatar. The Edict comes down and this Angel's going to fall. There goes the Ravage. Blink to Ravage to come out of Lacoste, trying to do what damage. But the Hand of God negates everything, as well as the mech charge. But Yamatar taking a lot of right clicks. War Trap to come down. Disruption to be used to try and defend the day. There goes the cheese. Yamatar's back to where he needs to be. Lacoste falls within the course of seconds. Chen going to send Beastmaster back to base. Pycat trying to back up to the safety of the fountain. Miracle gets bursted down. Pycat, the last surviving member. They don't care about the fountain. They're going straight in, but forced off safety, popping into the Ghost Walk. There goes the Morphling. Will he be able to take him down? The answer to that is no. He has the Aegis, not available anymore. The GG well played coming out of both sides, and this Angel's about to take a fall. Sunstrike completely misses. He's trying to be a bit cheeky. The loser bracket quarterfinals. CLG going up against Orange Esports. Orange Esports secure the victory for themselves. CLG unfortunately being knocked out of the competition, with Orange Esports securing themselves not only the privilege of continuing to fight in this tournament, but $25,000 minimum. If they lose the next fight, they still get 25 grand. It's a pretty nice situation to be in. Nevertheless, my name has been Toshley. I'll see you next time.